Hello students, in this video we are going to see double pawn as a strength. When you have double pawns near the center, for example you have double pawns on the C file, these pawns control a lot of central squares. So you can put your pieces on these central squares. If you have these kind of situations, then double pawn can act as a strength. So in this position, black played knight to d5. Black has put his knight in the center, and the best part about having the double pawn here is if white plays knight cross d5, then we can play c cross d5, and these pawns are no longer double, and white has repaired our pawn structure. And if white does not capture our knight on d5, then we have a strong knight on the center. Plus we have this semi-open file for the rook, and we can take advantage of it. White plays rook c1, and we first play rook b8. Now our rook is active. This is the another advantage of having double pawns. When you have double pawns, you get these open lines, and you can use these open lines for your pieces. Black plays queen d2 and defends the pawn. And white plays bishop e6. White centralizes his bishop also. Black plays bishop e6 and black centralizes his bishop. White plays b3, and now first you play knight cross e3. You take opponent's bishop, queen cross e3, and the reason is now you can play queen to d4. You can centralize your queen, and white cannot capture your queen, because if white captures your queen, then you play c cross d4 and you no longer have the double pawns. So you can use the double pawns as a supporter to your pieces. Your double pawn will support your pieces and opponent cannot capture your pieces. White plays knight a4. White is trying to attack. White is trying to put more pressure on this c5 weakness. Remember, in the previous video we learned that double pawns are weakness and you should attack them. And black plays bishop d5. Black activates his bishop also. White plays rook e d1. Black goes rook fd8. White plays rook c3. His intention is to maybe double on the c file and put every piece on this weak c5 pawn. So black must do something, and black plays h5. Black's idea is to play h4 and then attack on the opponent's king side. So white plays h4. White stops the attack. Black plays queen g4. Black is shifting his pieces toward the king side. Black's idea is to play queen h3 and then checkmate on the g2 square. So white plays king h2 and white covers the h3 square. Now black plays bishop e6. Black wants to play queen h3, and there is no way for white to prevent it. So white decides to capture the c5 pawn. White finally wins the weak c5 pawn. And now you play queen h3 check, king g1, and now you play bishop d5. Your threat is to deliver a checkmate on the g2 square. Let's say white stops it by playing knight e4, and now you play pawn to f5. You are attacking this knight. If the knight moves, you play queen g2 checkmate, or if the knight does not move, then you capture the knight and win some material. So white is lost in this position. So if you have double pawns that are controlling a lot of central squares, they are not necessarily a weakness. You can put your pieces in the center with the support of these double pawns. Let's look at one more example. In this position we are white, and black is threatening to play knight cross f3, then we have to play g cross f3, and our pawn structure will get ruined. These pawns will become doubled and they will become weak. But when we have double pawns, we get open files. Then we can put our rook on this g1 square. We can point it toward the opponent's king, and we get an active rook. So double pawns are not always weak. That's why we let black create double pawns in our position and we play bishop b2. Black plays knight cross f3. We play g cross f3. Now we have double pawns. But in return, we get this open file. We can put our rook on the open file and we can use our bishop to put pressure on the opponent's king. Here black first captures c cross b4. We play rook to g1. We are threatening on g7. If black plays g6, then we play bishop cross e6. After f cross e6, we play rook cross g6, sacrificing the rook also. And black cannot play h cross g6 because of queen cross g6 checkmate. So here if black plays king f7, then you play rook g7 check, king e8, and you capture the bishop. In the next move, you are going to play queen cross h7, and this king is in trouble, big trouble. So black is lost here. That's why in this position, instead of playing g6, black played f6. Now we are getting this pawn for free, so we take it. King h8, and now you see the advantage of the double pawns. You have this open file, so you play rook g3. Your idea is to swing the rook to h3 and to put pressure on the h7 pawn. Black plays queen e7, and now white has a shocking move. White played queen g6. Idea, if black captures the queen, then we play rook h3 checkmate. If black captures our bishop, then we play queen cross g7 checkmate. So black plays bishop c8. Black wants to get rid of this bishop. And now we play rook h3. We are threatening a checkmate on the h7 square. Black plays h6. You play rook cross h6, destroying the pawn cover of the opponent's king. G cross h6, queen cross h6. Black has only one move, queen h7. Now we play queen cross f8 check, queen g8, queen cross g8, checkmate. So double pawn gives you dynamic attack. So double pawn gives you dynamic potential. When you have the double pawns, you will get at least one of your file will become open. You can use that file to attack on the opponent's king. I hope you found this video instructive. Now let's go to the next lesson.